Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. And today, for your Wednesday, it's going to be the cheese compilation for February 2020. Thank you so much to everybody who sent me cheese replays to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of cheese. That subject is very important. If your cheesy replay that you sent me does not have the subject of cheese in the email, then it probably won't be seen and probably will not show up in the compilation. Thanks again to my screeners this time. It's going to be Stefan, Jim, Scott, and Alchemy. Thank you so much for going through all of these replays and choosing which ones you liked best. All right, we're going to start off with a replay that was chosen by 3 out of the 4 screeners. And it's a double proxy barracks by Fusto. In the top left-hand corner, he is the red Terran player, and in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player, Coleman, who is opening up double gateway. So he's planning on being aggressive. Maybe not cheesy necessarily, but definitely planning on being aggressive, which will help him against this extremely aggressive barracks placement. Like, holy smokes. That is easily scouted, but also very close to Coleman's front door, and, you know, you're going to have to play that game if you're Terran, right? Sure, if you proxy them all the way over here, they're not going to get scouted, but it also takes forever for the worker or for the enemy, for your army to get down here and see, you know, attack stuff. But if you're right here, easier to get scouted, but also short distance to attack. So that's nice. Oh, Zealots, no! Coleman, why would you make Zealots at all? Early in a PVT, bad Protoss. He's got gas. What's he doing with the gas? Okay, this is low level. There is absolutely no reason to go double gate opening with no cyber core and take gas. I think this is just a dead Protoss. This is crazy. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Proxy Nexus happening in Fusto's base, and he does not see it.
Are under attack.
This is suddenly getting interesting. All of a sudden, we got a Proxy Nexus. Again with the gas. Why do you have gas? You don't need gas for this build. You just make a bunch of zealots, you make some probes, you recall them all over here, and you win. The gas is for what? Oh, well, we'll find out what as he's making a cyber core. All right, man, that's cool. Let's go for a cyber core. This is already interesting. Man, I like this. This is good opening here. Again, 3 out of 4 people chose this one. One person did not, but I think maybe they didn't get to it. I did actually. It was a 43 replay pack, which was a lot, and some people didn't have time to get to every single one, which I totally understand, and maybe they missed it. Anyway. The Marines are here, and they're killing your stuff, dude. Keeping that pylon alive is kind of important. So let's keep it alive. And this Terran's like, what noob makes Zealots in early game versus Terran? This is ridiculously stupid. And it is. It's bad. You don't make Zealots early versus Terran or versus Protoss. You know what? If the kiting isn't perfect, I kind of like this from Coleman. So the Nexus is done. And I think it's about time to go. Again, I don't know what the Cybernetics core... Oh, he's making Stalkers. Okay. So we wanted to bring some Stalkers along. It's a bit of a delayed Nexus recall rush. But if you can bring some Stalkers along, maybe you have a better time with it. I don't know. They say never base race a Terran. So, like, oh, good positioning, but he just lost, like, 3 Marines to that. Your positioning can be good. You still don't want to lose army value. So, Stalker here, second Stalker here, and if they kite well, like, Coleman's kiting is not bad. It's really not. Okay, another Marine down. This is kind of incredible from Coleman. I thought for sure he was just dead. The pylon goes down, but there are 2 backup pylons, so everything's powered, and the Marines died for effectively nothing. Coleman's doing really well here against this aggression. Fishetto not spending his money at all. He's sitting at 1,500 minerals. If he was going to do constant Marine pressure, like maybe 3 barracks or 4 barracks, or maybe even 5 barracks, would have been better than the 2 he has now, because he's oversaturated in his main. He's not even walled off at his front door, and the barracks are going home, and the Marines are dealt with. And I mean, we're looking at 5 Zealots for 15 Marines. Dang. That's a good ratio right there. It is the cost of 2 Marines for 1 Zealot. So the math adds up. Nicely done by Coleman. And now, let's do the thing. Oh my gosh, he still doesn't see it. He is so close to seeing it in like multiple ways. What is this? What, are you seriously going to try to sneak in a shield battery here?
Upgrade complete.
The whole point is you don't need that. This is crazy. Coleman? Okay, well, there's the recall. And there's nothing for Fishetto, so he's just dead. I mean, this is why you have Zealots, is because the Zealots will wreck your SCVs, and Stalkers won't wreck your SCVs. But, if you get surrounded by SCVs, it's a bad thing if you're a Stalker. But, however, again, the micro here by Coleman is good. It's good enough. Your Shadow calls the well played. And Coleman's your winner in 5 minutes and 13 seconds. There we go. That is what we like to see from the the best, most upvoted replays in the pack. Double cheese. The Protoss holds on like a boss. It's looking bad for him initially, but good Zealot micro does what he needs to do to hold off the aggression from the Terran. Gets a couple backup pylons in here. Again, I really don't think he needed the cybernetic score. This build totally works, especially if your opponent is proxying you with just like 5 Zealots that show up and all the SCVs die. If you bring your probes too, it's even better. Like, I don't even know why the probes are here. What is your follow-up? Are you seriously feel like you need a follow-up? Usually, again, if you're doing this build, it's pretty all-in as it is. And you just have a higher win rate if you just bring your probes with you to fight against these SCVs. It would have been a bloodbath. I mean, it was already. These Stalkers, none of them died, and that one has 7 kills. So, good job by Coleman. He didn't need it. Just for lower-level players, maybe a recommendation. All right, so that's game 1. Let's move on to game number 2. Game 2, we find ourselves on Emerald City, the Ladder Edition, which means it's a team game. It's a 2v2 between Fatty and Samacron versus Defensive and Sky. Fatty opens up by saying, good luck, have fun, team kill, GG. Not sure what he means by that. And then Samacron says, good luck, have fun. Bottom right-hand corner, we have the Red Protoss player, Defensive. And his teammate, the appropriately blue Terran player, Sky, because the sky is blue. Top left-hand corner, we have the, I don't know, tealish, whatever color this is, Protoss, Fatty. Maybe cyan? And in the next door to him, it's the purple Zerg player, Samacron. Fatty throws down the OMG, I was kidding. What is this? Please, oh. Good luck, have fun, team kill, GG. Good luck, have fun, I was kidding. Please report and ban. Fatty's in a mood, is what I'm trying to say here today. You'll notice that they are members of the Falpal clan. If you want to join that, join the Discord. Link in the description to get there. All you need to join Discord is a browser, man. You don't have to have an app. You don't have to download anything. It works in your browser. You join up. You say, hey, can anybody invite me to the Falcon Paladin clan? And people will be happy to help you. It's a friendly place. Come hang out. Come join the clan. Represent Falpal wherever you happen to be. And we are more than happy to have you. All right, so team games. 2v2s can be especially cheesy. I'm really not surprised that this made it into the cheese compilation. Again, 3 of the 4 chose it. And again, I think that just, maybe it's unanimous. If it's 3 out of 4, do we just assume it's unanimous? Because I'm not sure how many replays the 4th person watched, which is, again, fine. It's totally fine. If you're watching this and you're like, I didn't watch all of them, Falcon is disappointed in me. No, definitely not. Whatever time you have is what we get. And some people definitely watch all of them. So if you sent me a cheese replay, rest assured it was watched by at least 2 people. And 3 people, and we'll be happy. So nobody's doing any proxy stuff. Team Captain America down here is just, you know, one-ing here. It's a gateway expand for the Protoss for defensive. Fatty went for a 1-gate expand to Rooney. Samacron going hatch first. There's his pool. Now at 2 minutes. So yeah, I mean, this is, I believe the name of this replay is A Very Normal Game, which, you know what? So far, it's incredibly normal. What are we even looking at here, y'all? Dunno yet. Double gas from Sky this early is a tiny bit suspicious. Could indicate battlecruiser opening from Sky. Meanwhile, defensive is not really doing anything at all. I mean, just now getting the cyber core, so there'll be some time before that tech shows up. Fatty does take a quick third. That is a 2.5-minute third. That is a Zerg third timing. As look, Samacron is taking his third base now too. So both players for Team Joker here being incredibly greedy. I mean, the Zerg player kind of standard greedy, but in 2v2 this can be really greedy too. Especially if you don't know what your opponent is doing, and they don't, mind you, as they have no vision at all. I mean, I guess they can see that there's a forge here and a defensive cannon, so it's not a cannon rush. And you know this is a factory and a barracks. So I guess there's enough information to know it's not going to be some kind of a cannon rush or a proxy all-in or anything like that. Single adept out for Fatty does go into Stargate, warping in. Anything here from Samacron we should be worried about as the other team? No, not really. And that's another factory. So looks like kind of standard mech stuff out of Sky here. I thought for sure we were maybe going to get a battlecruiser, but no, he's not making a starport and no fusion core and all the stuff. So yeah, this is a very normal game. Am I being trolled? Am I being trolled by the people here? They sent in a very normal game. My screeners are like, haha, it's a very normal game. Falcon will be confused when we vote for it. I don't know. I don't think they have that level of coordination. Maybe they do. I do have a very secret Discord channel on my server dedicated specially to screeners, though. So maybe they talked in there, but I can see it because it's not that secret. Anyway, whatevs. Whatever. Let's see. Check out the Falcon Paladin Hour. It is a weekly podcast with myself and Somicron here. We talk about StarCraft 2. Katowice has been on our minds recently. Also, we talk about TV shows and movies and books and all sorts of fantastic stuff. Video games that are on the radar, just nerdy stuff. If you're a nerd like us, you'll probably enjoy the podcast. You'll have some strong thoughts about it. I even talk about sports sometimes, like sports ball, you guys, because I am a sports ball fan and an esports fan. I love all of the sports. I'm a competitive dude. Actually, am I that? Yeah, I'd say I'm competitive. I get real grumpy when I lose. All right, so Fatty making Void Rays. Sure. And Somicron has a lair. And, man, who sends a single Marine over? Sky, you're weird. What a weird opening from Sky. Anyway, he's making two Nidus networks. Okay, so this feels like, what, Ling Flood Nidus with Void Ray support. Kind of feel like Mass Marine ruins that, but you know who's not doing Mass Marine? Sky. He's got tanks. Ooh, the Phoenix are out from defensive. I wonder if this is like an anti-Phoenix build out of Fatty and Somicron. They're so sick of Mass Phoenix in team games because it's stupid hard to deal with a million Phoenix, you guys. Man, I play 3v3s with Somicron out on twitch.tv/falconpaladin a couple times a week, and boy, if one of the players on the other team goes Mass Phoenix, it's so hard to stop. Like, you try to fungal him, you try to take him down with Hydras, you try to kill him. I mean, Zerg players don't have any good options for it. When there are that many, Corruptors kind of suck, actually, against them. It's amazing. So, Nidus time. This is a good map for Nidus. I really enjoy it. Is this Envision? Where's my thing? Well, it is now. So, a little bit late on the uptick here, as both Nidus Worms are going to erupt, and comes out a million Speedlings. So, all the SCVs need to flee because they will die. Ooh, surrounding the tanks would be nice. There are no Hellions here. God, what a fatal flaw here from Sky. What's better against this is a million Hellions, and if you're going mech, you need the Hellions. He went right into tank production. Dude, you can kill those tanks. Why didn't you kill those tanks, though? I don't know. Nice circle of life here. Oh, and then Sky just leaves the game. Sky's like, there's a bajillion Zerglings in my house. And all these probes are dying. All right, well, there we go. Double Nidus Ling Flood at 6 minutes totally worked, specifically because High made no Hellions, and the Protoss player went for a billion Phoenix, which actually not good against Ling Floods. There are the many things that Phoenix are great against, and 100 Lings showing up in your house is not one of them. So Fatty's army was a few Void Rays. I mean, did he have anything else? He had 3 Void Rays and an Adept. I mean, he was floating a bunch of money here, too. So I guess 3 bases and not enough per... whatever. It's cool. You didn't need him. Didn't need Fatty here. Somicron solo winning a 2v2 game by himself. Nicely done by him. And that's it for game 2. So let's move on to more cheese here. We have more. Of course we have more. Hit that like button if you're enjoying it. Be right back. We're here on Zen, the ladder edition. Top right, it's going to be the Red Zerg player 0-0. And in the bottom left-hand corner, it is the blue Protoss player, Hobodan. I swear I've seen both these names before in cheese compilations. So I'm not entirely sure who the cheeser is. But this probe is pretty darn early for a scouting probe, even by Protoss standards. Oh, hold on a second. Okay. Blocking this off, that is pretty standard on this map, especially against Zerg. Because, you know, Zerglings can slip through here, no problem. Ah, pool first here from 0-0. And, oh, hiding the probe. Oh, hold on a second. Are you sending, what? Double cheese. I think this is double cheese, you guys. That's a forge. Woo! All right, so it's going to be Cannon Rush versus whatever. This 0-0 is actually scouting for proxies, you guys. Check him out. Oh, he missed this, though. That sucks. He's working so hard to scout for stuff. And at the same time, apparently, I don't know, throwing down 2 hatcheries in the Protoss's face. So he sees the forge first. And he's trying to throw down a hatch here. I have to imagine that's what he's doing because he's not doing anything else. Dude, if Lings... are Lings in production 0? We got a hatch down. Look at it, and it's in perfect position for the expansion, too. What is this drone doing? Is this drone going for another hatch? Double proxy hatch versus cannon rush. What a day! What a beautiful day this is. Okay, hold on. I'm going to do Zero's vision here for a minute. Let's see if he notices the cannon rush coming up, because there's a cannon on the way, and it's at the bottom of the ramp. And he should have enough Lings. He's not watching. Are the Lings just sitting up in his main base? They are. That's odd. All right. Well, I think Zero's first hatch needs to be canceled. I don't think it's... I mean, it's probably finishing, but I'm not sure it's getting anything done. And then... his Lings run out of his main base, and he's not paying attention to this. Did he just A-move out of there without seeing what he was dealing with? What the heck? Okay, we managed to do it. That was nuts. Or wait, was that Hobo Dan's vision?
Base is under attack.
Our pylon is under attack.
Hold on. Back it up. Camera. The hatch goes there. The cannon comes up. This is Zero's perspective, because that's his overlord, and he's moving it. And he's got vision on it. He selects his Lings. And he A-moves them down the ramp without seeing what's there. Wow! What the heck? I was right the first time. That's exactly what he did. Dude, Zero, what is your game sense? What was that? I would not have A-moved my Lings down this way. I would have just run them and then run them through cannons, and a bunch of them would have died. Okay, okay, okay. So that's a cancel. And Hobo Dan thinks he's fine, but he doesn't know about
Pylon is under attack.
this. So he thinks he's okay. He knows there's Lings out, obviously. He's got this walled. He doesn't have this wall. Oh, hey, surprise. Surprise other proxy hatch. Zero, what is happening? Do you do this a lot? If you're watching this, I hope that you are. Is this something you do? 2 proxy hatcheries? It seems kind of insane to me. Alright. Well, I mean, Zealots are already out. And I don't know. I mean, that's definitely going to be a queen. And then the spine comes up because we brought another drone down. Actually, that's the drone that he canceled this hatch with. Okay, so he already has a second drone. Was that the plan the whole time? Was it to cancel the main? Dude, get that spine. The queen is not half as concerning as that spine is. And these drones are coming down to throw up additional spines. I mean... just hold position the Zealots on the hatchery and don't chase! Do not chase right now. I mean, I guess if you can kill them, that's fine. Alright, if the Lings want to die, if they're volunteering their lives here. Okay, so 3 Zealots on a queen. Pin it, pin it, pin it. Didn't pin it. Did not pin it. Alright, this is crazy times right now. So cannon up. Creep Tumor dies. That's kind of a major win for Hobo Dan. I mean, he just needs to hold. He's not expanding, which I'm very happy with. He's got cannons. He's gonna, there it is. He's gonna unburrow all these spines and bring them up. And this cannon is not enough to kill all of them. Look at this. Look at this all-in from Zero. I don't know if it works as well if the Protoss player didn't go for a failed cannon rush on the other side, but this is working right now. Oh, yeah. I mean, no. The creep can't spread any further, which is actually really good right now. Like, stupid good right now for Hobo Dan. That creep tumor dying was massive. I mean, the spines are able to get up here a little bit. Maybe you focus one of them down. He's kind of trying to focus one of them down. He's going to get one. Just kidding. He got none of them. Dude, you have to get one of those spines. Cannon dies. Not killing spine. It's on fire, but it is regenerating health because it's a Zerg unit. I mean, even though it's a mech unit, I don't even know. So Zealots and cannons and shield batteries are what Hobo Dan trying to save with here. And this is not at all going very well for Hobo Dan at all. I mean, Zero. Ooh, he's making a roach warren. Okay, and he's getting some gas for the first time today. So he's going slowlings. Oh, jeez. Like, shield battery can't save you from 4 spines like that. This is nuts. 4 spines have a ton of damage potential. They do more damage per hit than a cannon because they can't shoot up. That's the trade-off there. Although they can move. I mean, people have said we wish that cannons could be repositioned. Back in the early beta for StarCraft 2, like maybe even alpha, we're talking 2008, maybe 2007, they were kind of messing around with allowing cannons to kind of move around within the pylon field. So you can't like move it across the map, but within this sphere of influence, power of the pylon, you can move a cannon. Anyway, there's a void ray out because of course there is, right? This is traditional. Like, Protoss can be cheesed and tech up at the same time while Zerg kind of struggles with it. He's just now making roaches. So if you have like 2 void rays, which he does, he's got 3 void rays. Okay, so 3 void rays coming in. I mean, are the spines your concern or are the queens your concern right now? I don't even know. Oh, there's spores coming in. All right. He's like, those spores are the bigger concern. We can prismatic alignment those. As long as you have prismatic alignment up, kill the spores. The transfuses are not enough or enough. Oh, the transfuses are enough. Transfuses are enough. It looks like Zero has this thing won. Oh, yeah, the slowlings and the rage quit from Hobo Dan. Who goes for the cannon rush, only to get double proxy hatched, faked out into multiple spine queen spore rush. 0-0, you send in some entertaining cheese all the times. You do. Incredible. What a match. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for sending it in, Zero. I assume that was you. Thanks for choosing it, screeners. What could Hobo Dan could have done differently there? I mean, Zero was committed. I think maybe if the cannon rush isn't quite here, I really feel like if he'd gone for a pylon on the high ground, right? Or a pylon on the low ground with a probe on the high ground and build a cannon here. Maybe kind of sneak up around this way or sneak up around this way. It just feels better than cannon rushing right here, you know? I think that's easier for the Zerg player to handle for sure. The surrounds are very possible in that situation. And then on the other side, I think the Zealot needed to go after the spine first. Killing a spine there was going to happen. Killing the hatch was not going to happen in time. So good one though. Slowlings, queens, spines, and spores. That was the win for 0-0. Good. Really good. All right, moving on to the cheese. We got more coming your way. Of course we do. We'll be right back. More cheese. It's Mantis MM versus Wowo. In a PvZ here on Zen, the latter edition. Hey, same matchup, different spawning locations. Top right-hand corner, it is the Protoss player, Mantis MM. He is red. And in the bottom left, it is the Blue Zerg player, Wowo. Wowo, perhaps? Perhaps Wowo? One of the two. Good luck, have fun. I don't play ZVZ, said Wowo. What? If you're Zerg, I'll leave. I'm Zerg, says Mantis MM. Good game, says Wowo. All right, mind games. We have mind games in the cheese compilation, everybody. So essentially, Mantis MM queued up as random, right? Because Wowo would know he was Protoss otherwise. Yeah, look at him. He's like, I hate ZVZ. I understand the sentiment, man. I get it. I don't play ZVZ. If you're Zerg, I'm just going to bail. Mantis thinks about it and goes, free win. I'll take it. Free ladder points for free ladder points, man. And said, I'm Zerg, and that's it. That was it. Wowo, man of his word, doesn't play ZVZ. Taps right out. Mantis MM gets those sweet, sweet ladder points. Gets a victory to add to his belt here. And wow. What a match. Actually, hold on a second. No, we're good. For a second there, I was confused about his build order, but he's good. All right, so I was a few seconds of Falcon staring confusedly at the monitor for a second, but we got there. 36 seconds, maybe the shortest cheese of all time on the channel. That was nuts. Mind games, good. Okay, we still have more. That's not it. We're on Triton, the Ladder Edition. It's going to be Up a Tree versus Samuel. Bottom right-hand corner, it is the Red Terran player Up a Tree, which I think is just one of Up a Tree Zelda's name. He's a Twitch streamer. He's a good dude. I think I'll put a link to his Twitch channel in the description. And in the top left-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player, Samuel, from Pig 2, which is one of Pig's clans. There are so many people that want to be in Pig's group that you have to have 2 of them. Amazing stuff. What is happening here? I didn't have enough voids, sadly. Alright, so I think this is a higher level game. Up a Tree Zelda's GM. Samuel, I don't know where he lives, but he definitely could be GM as well. Maybe Masters. They do match up GM and Masters level players against each other from time to time, especially depending on MMR. Samuel is going for a cannon rush of Up a Tree here, which I'm not a huge fan of because Terran buildings can float away if there are cannons. So here we go. Here goes nothing. Up a Tree. Better look. Look at him being a nice person. What is this conversation? Good luck, have fun. I didn't have enough voids. Yeah, sadly. Higher count would have won. Better luck next time, says Up a Tree. Okay. So we're being friendly, and then Samuel follows it up with, I'm a cannon rush your face. And I would have been born into a billionaire household, too. What is happening? Is he being salty about something? Up a Tree's being salty about that win. Okay, well, let the cannon rush begin. Probe staying alive is of the utmost importance right here. He needs the vision of the high ground. We've got a second probe here to provide that vision if the first one can't do it. I don't know if this cannon's gonna finish, but this one's gonna finish very soon. My god. Oh, that's a pylon. Oh, pylons take even longer to kill. Okay, so that probe gets sniped. The other one's still alive. Still alive here. High ground. Vision is provided. The cannons are here. But see, this is a situation where you just, yeah, shut this down. Keep building Marines out of your barracks. Walling off is going to be difficult, but I don't think you have to worry about it. That second probe died. The second probe died. Willing to sacrifice a bunch of his SCVs here to make sure this cannon never comes up, and he gets it. He gets the cancel. So, there's a cannon that's killed one of his supply depots. There's a cannon that might kill the barracks, but probably not. It's going to lift off. And this high ground pylon is going to die. So I think that's held by Up a Tree here. Although 2 more probes are sneaking out. There's a gateway and double gas here from Samuel. What is the follow-up? Is he going to go Haz? Is he going to proxy or Rovo and do some Immortal Warp Prism shenanigans? That'd be good, considering how well Haz did just the other day at Katowice on the offline stages. That's just not... Why? Why would you do that, Samuel? That's not coming up. Weird choice, man. But yeah, Haz is somebody who qualified for Katowice, the big stage. Very excited for that. He looks on point too. Ooh, hold on. Hold on. Another dude, Samuel is kind of throwing away workers right now. Look at the response time though. Up a Tree knew this guy was coming. And he's trying to kill the probe before the cannons kill him. That's good positioning right there. Okay, Up a Tree doing this well. APM is 180 on average for Up a Tree, 100 for Samuel right now. He is expanding behind this. He is getting a cybernetics core. He is up 24 to 17 workers. We have lost 6 SCVs in this game so far. That probe desperately wants to get like another... He's just given up. He has 2 low HP. So that cannon's down, and let the cannon rush be done. Officially. Okay, so a bit of a lull in the action here. I do want to tell you the criteria I give my screeners when I send them the cheese. 1, I don't want it to be over 7 minutes unless it's really interesting in some way. Number 2, let's not do worker rushes. We've seen those. We know what they look like at this point. We even know, you know, the Florencio stacking probe strict. Yes, we get it. Additionally, if it's a higher level player like a GM or a pro or a Masters level player, let's try to get those in. I know you guys appreciate the higher level cheese rather than, well, this cheese worked because one of the players was, you know, bronze. So that's what we're doing here. So I think this might turn into a bit of a longer game, but it does feature Up a Tree Zelda. And it does feature some 2 pretty excellent players going at it. So I think as long as this gets interesting, As long as it just doesn't turn into like a standard, you know, Marine tank versus maybe Disruptor, Zealot, Stalker, boring stuff. You know what I mean? But we are going Chad Rays. So Samuel has decided, I'm going to make Void Rays against Terran, which is insane. The counterattack from up a tree. I think he knows he's behind on economy. He knows his opponent has an expansion. Yeah, he knows. He scanned it or he scouted it. And he's on one base, and he lost a bunch of workers during the attack. So he knows he's behind, and he knows he needs to get something done right now. So he's going to bring the Marines. He's going to bring the SCVs. He's going to bring a tank. And he's going to try to get through here. Now, there is cannons, so you can't just walk in here and win. There's also a shield battery, and are there enough Marines here? Nice snipe on that. Oh, yeah, no barracks. No bunker, rather, for you. Oh, that Viking with the Marine damage. Get back to the shield battery. He doesn't go back to the shield battery. That's fine. Yeah, so we've suddenly found ourselves in an intense situation. So, all right, Oracle comes in, instantly dies to the Marines and the Viking, though. So that wasn't great for the Oracle. Did kill one of the SCVs, though. He has an infinite number of SCVs, effectively, to build this bunker. He still has 5 kind of sitting here waiting in the wings to do it. He really wants this bunker to come up. And as it stands, shield battery Void Ray here, not bad. He made another Oracle. I guess just maybe for the quick DPS. They do okay against Marines and small numbers of Marines. But there's a bunker, and killing a bunker is not easy for Oracles at all. So the shoe is on the other foot, ladies and gentlemen. Up a tree is now the one basing Terran, trying to take down this Protoss player now. And he's doing all right. I gotta say, I'm not complaining at all about this. So far, so good from up a tree. That Viking needs to be repaired. Auto repair. Is it on for these SCVs? I don't... Oh, it is. Dude, repair it. There we go. Maybe they weren't close enough to him initially. Second bunker up. And just going Sky Toss. Now, I really feel like charge lots would have been better in this situation. He just got a fleet beacon. Is he going Flux Tempest? Okay. Samuel's going Tempest at 6 minutes in a PvT. Why not? This has been an insane game already. Let's make it crazier, shall we? I'm going to zoom out a bit just to give you a better vision of what we're dealing with here for a second. He is building shield batteries all over his natural base here. He knows he just has to live, because up a tree is not expanding. He's at 26 workers. Some of them are down here. Void Ray down. Dude, the Cyclone lock-on damage is nuts. That Oracle tries to kill it. Can't do it. Too many Marines marching up the ramp here. Up a tree feeling incredibly confident. The Tempest with the shield battery support is trying to do what they can. The shield batteries are coming online just at the right minute. Okay. Just at the right minute. The Tempest is coming online here. And Tempest continuing to fire on in. The shield battery count is a little bit insane. In that there are 6 of them here, and there's a cannon. Dude, Tempest should not be doing this well against Marine Viking. I'm just going to say that for the record. Tempest should not be working at all, but if you have shield batteries, they cause problems for the enemy. Trying to mass repair this tank while they take down this Stargate. It's depowered anyway. How much does it matter? Trying to throw up a pylon in range of siege tanks is not a recommended strategy. Shield battery gets focused down. The repair is real here. Up a tree can afford to do this, but it's down. Too much damage output from these Tempests, of which there are 3. 6 kills on that Tempest, 5 kills on that one, and 3 on that one. Dude, Samuel's breaking out. I mean, he doesn't have to break out. Again, he's on 2 bases. He's got a better economy. Samuel throws out the Tempest for the win. Which is nuts. Since when do Tempest win a game against Terran? I mean, yes, they do have better acceleration these days. They do have better top speed. But they're still not great. There was a minute there, right? There was a hot minute where players like Puck were trying to work out Tempest rushes versus Terran. And it kind of looked like it might work for a little bit, but in the end, no, it did not work. And we haven't seen it at the pro level in months at this point. I don't know. All right, so Up a Tree's going home. He's decided it's time to expand. I couldn't break into this. There were too many shield batteries and too many Tempests. And this is really bad for me. My expansion is being produced right now. I am producing SCVs. I'm going to be oversaturated for a minute, but I will be able to transfer them down here when this is done. This is something you need to do, players. If you're in this situation and you're expanding, you can oversaturate your main base for a few minutes while your natural's coming up. If the timings, like, if they're not ideal because you got cannon rushed, for example, do this. Yes, you're going to be oversaturated, but then you just transfer the SCVs down right before it finishes. And sure, the timing isn't perfect probably for you, but it's good enough. Meanwhile, Samuel's going for a third base here at 9.5 minutes. He's got just a bunch of Tempests. He is producing a bunch of gateways. He's getting charge. He's working on more Tempests. He's getting +1 attack. So this feels to me like a Tempest Zealot, or Tempest Charge Lot attack in particular, which I honestly kind of like. Charge Lots against tanks and Marines, not bad. Really not bad, especially in an offensive situation where the Marines can't just kite forever, and it takes a lot of kiting for a Marine to take down a Zealot if he has charge. They're fast. They're just really fast. So the Tempests are going to harass. That reactor is dead. Look at Samuel. He's like, I don't have the army to handle this many Tempests. Let's get out of here. Actually, hold on. Is he trying to sneak around the backside? Thinking about it. The Tempest damage versus buildings kind of sucks. They're going to cancel, definitely cancel Combat Shield, though. That's terrible for up a tree. Oh, he's going to get Stim, and he gets Stim. Okay. Sniping down add-ons and canceling upgrades and then recalling home is brutal. Up a tree cannot be pleased about this. He just lost Combat Shield and Stim, and he has to replace the Tech Labs and get them started again. That's brutal. He's making Widow Mines. Okay, he's trying to make connections on this army with Widow Mines. Good answer to the Zealots. Just Marine tank was probably not going to be enough versus the number of Zealots that are coming. Is that SCV a scouting SCV, or is he left behind? May very well have been left behind. So the Zealots are fast. They're way faster than the Tempests are, even with the aforementioned Tempest speed buff. So that's fine. That's totally fine. Forward gateway for faster warp-ins, because who needs a robotics facility at 12 minutes? Samuel. Samuel does not. The APM's risen at all in this game. Yeah, 211 for Uppetry at this point. Still 104-ish for Samuel, sitting around that 100 level. On average, he's not someone to spam his clicks or have a crazy high APM either. Widow Mine drop starting the game here at the 12-minute mark is actually going to do some stuff to Samuel. He has nothing in the main base at all to defend against a Widow Mine drop. He could probably warp in some Stalkers if he saw it coming. But, what is this? Million cannons? Archons? Shield batteries? Dude, Samuel has plans right now. So there's the scan. Here comes the Widow Mine drop. I think Samuel's going to lose all of these probes. I mean, not all of them, but it sure feels like it. So that's 4 kills and 3 kills and 6 kills. Okay. So that's 13 kills there. It's 46 to 43 workers. Samuel's up, but not as much as he was. There's a bunch of Marines. Uppetry calls the GG, and Samuel is your winner. I mean, he's hey, pause it. Hold on. Not fair. Don't kill him. Hold on. We'll let you do that in a minute. So Army Supply was up for Samuel for sure. He was on 3 bases. Sure, his economy taking a hit, but he could recover for that. Absolutely. The Archons and the Zealots were such a great answer to these Marines. Really just a great answer to these Marines. So we'll let him continue on. And yeah, fun game. Starts with a cannon rush that Uppetry does manage to shut down. Uppetry with a counterattack that Samuel manages to shut down. And then Samuel just parks a ton of Tempests and charge lots and Archons on the front door here. And wipes Uppetry Zelda out. So Uppetry does finish with a GG. Not maybe as salty as we were led to believe previously. Nicely done by him. And just a great back and forth. I think that was fun. I think that was a great game. So, again, a bit longer, but really good back and forth. Kind of double cheese-ish in a lot of ways. And then a really non-standard follow-up here from Samuel, too. Like, who does this? Who makes this many Tempests when the enemy has no battle cruisers and no liberators, right? This is crazy. He's got the upper hand. That's all it is. All right, more cheese, though. We got more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. To write in the ladder edition, it's Mantis MM versus Nikas. Hey Mantis, you're back. Top left-hand corner is the red Zerg player Mantis. Bottom right, we have the blue Zerg player Nikas. With the S and the Z, this feels Eastern European, at least as far as I'm concerned. Fast Extractor here from Mantis. Extractor pool, there we go. All right, man. He's going to be aggressive. Okay, so if it's pool first with no extractor, then it's just a defensive play or a little bit of harassment. If it's extractor pool, then yeah. We're going to have speedlings floating across the map here. If it's hatch first, then yeah, no aggression for a while. That is pretty much how you read early ZVZ. I know it's more complicated than that, but that's how I read it. Anyway. Nikas. This is not a scouting drone. This is a little bit weird. I don't know what he scouted here, other than there's not a natural. Is he going to proxy hatch? He doesn't have money for it, so I don't know what this is. So he's blocking the expansion here a little bit for Mantis, which is annoying. But, like, I don't know. Does it really matter in a ZVZ? You're not walling off anyway, and just expand over here and have a good time. Oh, yeah. He doesn't have the resources to expand himself, but he's definitely, there you go, taking it at home. Got his pool. He's got double gas for some reason. I don't think Nikas knows what he's doing, you guys. I'm looking at it, and that's no saturation on 2 gas. And he does. He throws down the proxy hatch over here while Mantis is making lings. And he's getting speed. Okay, saturating the gas. Okay, so 3 saturation on 1 gas, 1 saturation on the other gas. What are you doing, guy? What is happening here, Blue Zerg player? You're freaking me out. So yes, officially Mantis is 1 base in it, but has got a crazy big army supply at 10 to 5. I don't even, are they just, oh, there we go, we got lings. Okay, lings are out for the Blue Zerg player. Oh, he canceled the hatch and he tossed down an evolution chamber. Interesting. So he's just going to Ling Flood here off of 1 base and hope for the best. I mean, there's a decent chance behind all this, Nikas might have actually thrown down a Baneling nest and got some Banelings. So Mantis is just kind of throwing caution to the wind here. He's just going to try to wipe out the Zerg before he gets Banelings out, before he gets any Roaches out, before speed happens. I mean, he's up 15 to 5 army supply, so this is just a win. Yar! So interesting attempt there from Nick here anyway, going for the hatchery cancel into the evolution chamber. But he's done. I mean, yeah, don't even worry about that hatch. Just get in here, see what you can kill. Make sure no spines get up. Make sure no Baneling nest happens. Positioning the queen in a good place here. Like, that's not a bad position. And the drones are doing the circle of life here against the spine, but it only works if the drones are stupid and not being told to attack the drones individually. As they are. I mean, Mantis knows what he's doing here. The drones are all down. We're looking at 1 worker. More lings are flooding in because when you have speedlings, they can do that. And yeah, it's 11 to 1 workers. It's just not happening. Mantis has a spine crawler and a handful of lings, and there's no mineral income at all. I'm not sure why he's still in this game. When you're down to 1 drone... Oh, look at this. Mantis went for his own Banelings. Excellent. He had a follow-up. This was not a total all-in anyway. So the lings are trying to see what they're doing. And I don't know. It's a little dicey with this number of lings to go against that many lings with a spine and a queen. So he's going to show up with 6 banelings. Pretty much just, I'm assuming, walk the banelings into the spine. If you want to stop me with your lings, go for it. Oh, exploded on larva. That's a miss. Dude, just get the spine. All right, whatever. Oh, they exploded on the queen. Oh, and on the hatchery? Okay, well, luckily, I mean, it didn't really matter in the long run here. Mantis MM had enough lings to win this. But the banelings were incredibly inefficient. Look at Nikas. He's got his own baneling. But again, it's 11 to 0 workers. Nikas does not have the resources to make another drone. He's out. And that's it. He's done. Rage quit. Taps out of there. Again, he was out about a minute or so earlier. But sometimes it just takes a minute for people to see that they're dead. You know what I mean? All right. Well, that was good. That was exciting stuff. Let's go on to another Cheese for the Cheese compilation. We shall return. We're in Ephemeron for the first time today. Bottom right is the Red Zerg player, Matthew Rock. And in the top left, it is a familiar face. It is the Blue Protoss player, Samuel. All right. So Samuel's PVT is a little bit non-standard. Let's see how his PVZ is. And let's quick check the APMs. Over 100 APM here for each player in the opening stages of the game. Which means they're not actually spamming. Because I kind of feel like most players can get up to like 300 APM if they're just, you know, Just doing SD here if they're Zerg, or just switching between two hotkeys as Protoss. Is that a Forge? It is. Okay, we're going to get a Cannon Rush versus a Zerg. We haven't had one of these today. We haven't had a Cannon Rush versus a Zerg today. Actually, hold on. We did. It was just bad. So I think this will be a better one. I'm more excited for this Cannon Rush. Pylon placement indicates maybe not. Oh, this extractor pool opening here for Matthew Rock. This kind of shuts down the Cannon Rush. It really does. He is planning on being aggressive. If he was planning on going for roaches, that gas steal is annoying. It does mess up the timing for like a 1-base 3-roach rush for Mr. Rock here, but I don't think that's what this is. Now, the good thing for Samuel is he has a response if these lings move across the map. He's not shutting this down in time. He sees it. I mean, that was hard to miss. He's just going. Now, again, what I was saying, Samuel has the ability to throw up a cannon here, wall off with like a gateway, and just, you're fine. You're totally fine. See? No big deal. Protoss has easy peasy, no fuss cheese, you guys. You don't have to worry about a thing. Speed's on the way. Unfortunately, at this stage, it is a 1-basing Zerg versus a 1-basing Protoss. And as we all know, that never goes super well. If maybe, okay, Bathing Nest on the way. So if we can Bathing Bust this pylon and get a bunch of lings in, this could turn interesting. But as it stands, Matthew Rock is in a terrible position. He did knock down the, the stolen assimilator, but that's not a huge deal. The stolen gas, rather. That really doesn't make much of a difference at all. And this gateway just has so much potential for harassment. Oh, probe dies. Bit of a lazy play there from Samuel. Careless, perhaps. Not lazy. Does not quite pay attention to that probe as well as he should. And in fairness, there are a million things to pay attention to here in StarCraft 2 and StarCraft 1. While we have a minute, just quick plug for the Falcon Paladin store. It's easy to remember. It's falconpaladin.store. Hey, go check it out. We've got Zerg, Terran, and Protoss specific shirts. We have hats. We have beanies. We have color-changing mugs. So it's a mug that looks black, but then if you put hot liquid into it, the Falcon Paladin logo shows up. It's pretty fancy. Pretty fancy stuff. So the Baneling bust is attempted here. Samuel knows that's what this is. Like, what else is a Zerg player going to do off of 1 base? I mean, Ravagers would have been insanely good, but I don't think Rock had the time to get there. So he's just doing what I would do, which is try to bust this. But I mean, he scouted it. He scouted it. He saw there's double wallage here, and you can't quite... Can you can't squeeze the... I don't think you can. I don't think you can. Samuel expanding over here to his naturals. There's going to be a 2-basing Protoss versus a 1-basing Zerg very soon. I really feel like Rock should have expanded a minute ago. He doesn't have the resources for it. Is he going to try to bust? Careful. 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 All right. Well. Fine. I mean, that worked. It was a waste of a couple Banelings, but he did wipe that out. Now, this is where map vision is big, okay? In a crazy game like this, I know you're worried about a lot of things. But especially in a game like this, you need to be scouting around. You got to see if there is any crazy ninja bases your opponent is taking. You know he's not expanding to his natural base. That's good. But you also need to have vision. Throw overlords in these locations. Send lings out to different places. Don't just use them to kill this debris. All right. Well, Samuel, I think, has this well in hand. Matthew is sitting entirely on Ling Baneling tech. And these are Stargates. And that's an Oracle. And there are no spores. So I'm pretty sure this is just we fly the Oracle in, we kill about 10 drones, and then the Zerg player rage quits. That's what I'm predicting happens in this situation. Actually, there's 2 Oracles. So yeah, 2 Oracles just wipes out your entire mineral line. There's no way. In that situation, you need 2 queens and a spore, or 2 spores and a queen to handle this, and there's just nothing. I mean, there's no safety. He's just, why? I guess he is expanding. So yeah, fine. He's droning up for the expansion, but he's never going to be able to use it. Because 2 Oracles are going to show up and ruin his day. Unless Samuel is overly... Oh, yeah, looking at being... Nah, never mind. I thought he was going to be overly cautious, but that's not what this is at all. So 2 Oracles cruise in. This queen can't save you. Queens are good. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, there it is. We didn't even have to get into the million drones die scenario there. He showed up with 2 Oracles, stopped, the Zerg player saw it, and tapped out. And this is what would have happened. The queen can't kill both of these oracles fast enough to stop all of the drones from dying. Is there enough? The question is there enough energy on these oracles to do it? There's not actually. So, okay, fair enough. Takes it down to 8 workers to 33, 2 basing Protoss. Samuel's practicing his macro after the game is over, and I don't know, maybe that's what you have to do to be a player as good as Samuel is practice your macro after the games are over. I don't know what he's doing. Whatever. We'll allow it. Yeah, this Oracle ends up with 0 kills. Oh, does it stop counting kill? Oh, no, it's a new one. No, it stops counting kills and the game's over. Huh. I learned something today. I knew... So in Brood War, it actually gets rid of the upgrades display after the game's over, which is annoying. But it actually stops the kill count in StarCraft 2. So, end of the day, all the drones were dead. I mean, I guess that doesn't really count because they didn't actually die during the game. It was after the quit. But, yeah, I mean, Samuel just very coolly going for kind of a pseudo-cannon rush here with a gateway. Sees the Baneling bust coming, walls off against it, and then secretly expands down here, builds 2 oracles, and calls it a day. Yeah, Matthew is having a bad time. Bad time for Zerg. All right, I think we have 1 or 2 more left in us. Stick with it. We'll be back. Ambrose, Tim. Now it's in my head. Now it's in my head. All right, so the map name is Simulacrum. Simulacrum. People have been trying to help me. If you've been trying to help me, I'm sorry. I'm a hopeless cause. So top left, red Protoss player Ambrose. Bottom right, he is Terran. He is blue. He is Tim. Oh, double cheese in it. Okay. So 2 SCVs moving out, 2 probes moving out. This is good. We are getting some double cheese here today. Is this the 3rd double cheese of the day? I like this. Another player has seen the other player's extra workers. So this very much just looks like, okay, single probe came over, he's annoying, and single SCV running out here too. But it's definitely gotta be double barracks, right? Okay, so there's one. No gas. Okay, if you're Protoss and you come in here and you see no gas at all, and no barracks at all, and no expansion at all, it's a proxy. You have to know it's a proxy. You have to prepare for a proxy. And I don't know that Ambrose is interested in doing that. He's got a forge coming up back home. He's blocked off an expansion location here for Ambrose. The barracks are under construction over here in Ambrose's natural, and I really don't... Look, man, he can't be this bad. You have full vision on everything he's doing. If your opponent has not built a barracks by a minute 34 in the current Legacy of the Void, either they suck, they're lower than bronze, or this is happening, and Ambrose has not considered this is happening. He hasn't. He thinks he's got the Terran player contained with this cannon rush. But I mean, again, this Terran is the worst Terran of all time, right? He doesn't have a barracks. He's not even close to a factory, obviously. He's not expanding anywhere. Oh my gosh, the bunker is being built in full view of Protoss, and I don't think he cares.
Space is under attack.
He's really focusing on this cannon rush, which is incredibly successful, I guess. Another cannon, like right here. Is that covered by this? I don't know. This probe running around is hilarious. I don't think it really matters at this point other than for scouting purposes and like drawing SCVs off the line. So the Marines are here. I don't, like, is Ambrose no? Here's his vision. Hey, look, there's Marines in my house, he says. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no! Both of the Marines get caught out and killed? That sucks. Oh, now here's the problem. Tim can just lift off and go somewhere else. You understand that, right? Oh my gosh, build a cannon. Just, is it too late for that? Maybe it's too late for you to build a defensive cannon, but like a defensive cannon would save all of your troubles. Okay, so there's the liftoff. Tim's like, you know what? I'm out. He's loaded as many SCVs into his command center as he can. He's killed this probe, this pylon. The SCVs are here to meet shield a little bit. I kind of like it. But again, no micro from Tim means his Marines are dead. That should not happen. Okay, this is maybe not as high level cheese as some of the other ones we've seen today. That's totally fine. Totally fine. It's still hilarious. I love double cheese, no matter what it is. All right, so now smartly not being surrounded by probes this time. Third time's the charm. Honestly, expanding here is probably fine. I really don't know what Ambrose is going to be able to call these poor SCVs. They're not getting out, that's for sure. And with the Zealot running around, and with this yeah. So Tim calls the GG. Is he offensive GGing here? Wait, what? Premature GG. I call premature GG. You have a command center. You have SCVs. You have an army over here. You've got 2 Marines with 2 more on the way and 1 already out. You can kill every one of these probes. Dang it, Tim. You could have won this. You could have won this. All you got to do, kill all these probes. Like, I don't know, land your command center in here. You'll get there in time. Wall this off with a bunker so Zealots can't do anything. There's only 1 Zealot anyway, with the ability to make a couple more. In fairness, Ambrose has about 400 minerals. But I still think Tim floats his command center up here, lands it inside Protoss Fell, and he wins. I mean, I guess Ambrose could have built a Nexus over here too, but not in time to save all of his workers. We were robbed. We were robbed of a better game. And a better Terran player would have realized the position he was in. I don't know what made him GG out of there. I really don't. He was doing great over here on Ambrose's side of the map. Okay, if he'd had better control and didn't lose 4 Marines to probes, which is embarrassing, he would have had like 10 Marines, and then all these guys are super dead. But they're still super dead. 3, 4, 5. 5 Marines versus whatever probes this is. 10, maybe 9, actually. 12 minus 2. 11. 11 probes. Still. Dang it, Tim. Dang it, Tim. Ambrose, if you're watching this, I assume you sent it in. Do you think the Terran player had a chance to come back? I mean, you don't have to be Ambrose to answer that question either. Do you think the Terran player could have come back? Because I really think he could have. Let me know in the comments. We'll talk about it. Okay. Disappointing. Let's go for 1 more to wrap this thing up. We shall return. I know, it's more Samuel, but man, he got a few replays chosen by most of my screeners. So let's see what this one is. It's going to be Zen, the ladder edition between Samuel and Dylan. CN. Bottom left-hand corner, the Red Terran player Dylan. Or Dylan, possibly. I have known people know with that spelling of name pronounced both of those ways. So this is one of those confusing things. Top right-hand corner, we have, again, Samuel. He is Protoss again. He is blue again. And he is sending out a probe. Man, he likes to cheese. I'm assuming this is a forge coming up. Oh, a gateway. Well, I have maligned Samuel's honor. Falcon. You think all I do is cannon rush? For shame. Fie upon you for impugning my honor this way. I apologize, Samuel, I do. So probe shows up for scouting purposes. See what's going on. It's real nice for probes to be able to do this. Doesn't hurt them economically to do it. Like, Zerg can't worker scout and see what's going on because, well, it hurts them too much economically. But Protoss, man, they're cool. Hey, that's another probe sneaking down. This is proxies. This is, okay, double gate opening with 1 gas. Proxy Adepts, possibly. That could be good, but every Terran player knows how to wall off against Adepts. So, I don't know. Can you do a build that relies on your opponent screwing up? I suppose you can. There's your Cyber Core. That's going to be a pylon. So, Boy, if he could sneak a pylon up in here and then do a slow warping of Adepts and just blah, 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 I think he'd win the game. And the expansion from Dylan here. And he's going to have stuff to defend against the Reaper. Oh! Proxy Nexus, which does get scouted, like, super easily. Does Dylan know how much of a danger this is the question. It doesn't seem like he does. Well, I guess throwing up a bunker. All right, that's smart. He knows he can't kill this before it comes up. He doesn't have the units to do it because he expanded. But he's doing what he can. He's bringing the HP on that Nexus down as far as he can. He's making barracks. He's going for a factory. A tank would be really good here. A cyclone would be good too. Shield battery. Oh my gosh, the low ground shield battery. Samuel's so worried about the Nexus, he's not scouting this area. Hang on. Maybe he is. He just wanted to make sure he saw this area. One of my favorite animations in all of StarCraft is Marines shooting the shields of a Protoss building. It's just so pretty. Isn't it pretty? I like it. I like it a lot. So shield batteries are up. My gosh, he's not going to kill this. He can't kill the Nexus yet. So Nexus is done. Recall needs to happen like now. And there it is. And get in the bunker. Get in the bunker. Okay, they got in the bunker. But the Adepts are just bypassing the bunker, sitting back here, and killing stuff. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Reaper dies instantly, effectively, as soon as anything can kill him. And the thing is, the Adepts have a place to move back to heal up by the shield batteries if they need to. Oh, this is so slick. This is such a good map for this, too. I've always wondered why people don't do more stuff over here on this map, and Samuel showed me that some people do. So the Adepts are here. There's Hellions, though, which, man, I love Hellions. But Hellions against Adepts, when there are shield batteries supporting, don't make that fight, Hellions. Bad. Bad. Adepts do bonus damage versus you guys. I don't know. I think the Adepts should fight. Some of these Adepts are not fighting. Some of them shaded. Somewhere. Where did they go? Guys? Maybe they canceled the shade at the very last second. Okay, this is tight. There is more Hellions coming in. We got who's here, Stalkers now. I think he just, did he walk these Stalkers? He just walked the Stalkers across. Yep. So one base attack for Protoss will generally beat a 2-base attempt by Terran, especially if it's early enough. And I think that's what this is. Sure, it's shenanigans. Sure, it is using a Nexus to recall Adepts in, when honestly, like, a Pylon would have done just as good a job here. But the Proxy Nexus is fun. And now we're in a situation where things are a little tight. Dylan decides he's out. Enough of these shenanigans. I'm going to tap out and be done. Which, again, a little premature. Am I crazy for thinking this? Am I crazy for thinking it's a premature exit by the Terran? He's got 25 workers. He's on one base. His opponent is also on one base. He's got mules over here for a minute anyway. I feel like he should have made a tank. That was a problem. He is supply blocked, which is annoying. I mean, I guess maybe he's looking at the 20-8 army supply and just going, I have 4 Marines in a bunker. I've got 2 Hellions versus 2 Adepts and 6 Stalkers with shield battery support over here. But it's fine. They can heal up over here. Just don't come over here and do it. I don't know. Supply depots finish. He pulls the SCVs to fight against the Stalkers if they come in here. He gets a tank instead of a Widow Mine. I don't know. I think there are things he could have done. I know. I'm doing a lot of backseat second guess gaming here today. I've never seen so many premature GGs. Right? How many premature GGs we have seen in this cheese compilation compared to others. But, yeah, that's it. Again, let me know. Do you think this game in particular was a premature GGG from Dylan? I feel like it was. Okay, so that's going to be it from me today, though. Well done by Samuel. He wins all of them because, you know, people usually don't send me losing cheese, but sometimes they do, and I respect that. If you have a great cheese game, like, send it to me, even if you lose, and I'll respect you immensely if it's really great, right? Right. Also, again, falconpaladin@gmail.com, subject of cheese. Don't forget that. Okay, now we're going to wrap it up. So that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and your cheese compilation. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.